Hi everybody, today we're going to solve two-step equations. Now in order to solve two-step equations, we're going to kind of go through the same steps as what we did for solving one-step equations. We're going to first write the problem down, we're going to draw the river, and then except this time instead of just circling the variable, we're actually going to circle the term that has the variable in it, and I'll show you what that means shortly. Alright, so let's go ahead and solve some equations. So like I said before, we're going to write the problem down, draw the river, and then this time we're going to circle the term with the variable. So what I mean by that is if you take a look at number 1, write the problem down, draw your river, and now the variable is not all by itself. It's attached to the 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to circle the whole thing, the 3x. So those two are stuck together right now. The first thing that we need to do in order to solve this equation is we need to isolate the 3x. So like the 3x is stuck, we need to first get rid of the plus 8 on the left side of the equation. So we're going to do minus 8. Once we subtract 8 from both sides, you'll notice on the left we have 3x is still left. And then on the right side, 23 minus 8 is 15. Now we're back to solving equations like we did before. 3x equals 15. So this is 3 times x. So that means we're going to divide both sides by 3. And so x is equal to 5. All right, let's go ahead and try another one. Go ahead, write the problem down, draw the river, and circle the term with the variable. And then play the video when you're ready. All right, so let's draw the river. Circle the term with the variable. The x over 4 is stuck together, so we need to get rid of the minus 12. That means we're going to do plus 12 on both sides. That eliminates our plus and minus 12, so we're left with x divided by 4 equals 13. And then the last step, since we have x divided by 4, we need to do the opposite of divide, which is times. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. And so we get x is equal to 52. All right, a couple more here. Number 3, go ahead and write the problem down. Draw your river. Circle your term with your variable. First step is to get rid of the minus 11. So we're going to do plus 11. This leaves us with 6x equals 24. And then since this is 6 times x, that means we're going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. So x is equal to 4. Okay, so here we go, number 4. So first we're going to draw our river. And then we're going to circle our term with the variable. We need to get rid of the plus 7, so let's do minus 7 on both sides. We're left with n over 7 is negative 10. And then the opposite of dividing by 7 would be multiplying by 7. So we get n is equal to negative 70. All right, now it's your turn. So go ahead and pause this video and then solve numbers 5 through 8 and then play the video to check your answers. All right, let's go ahead and see how you did. So we're going to draw the river and circle our term with the variable, which would be a 3x. Let's get rid of the minus 4 first by doing plus 4. That gives us 3x equals 6, and then divide by 3, so x is equal to 2. All right, let's try number 6. We already have our river drawn. We're going to circle our term with the variable. Notice it says plus 4x here, so that means it's positive 4x. We still need to get rid of 2, though. In order to get rid of 2, we have to subtract 2. That leaves us with negative 4 equals 4x. And then divide both sides by 4. So x is equal to negative 1. All right, next question. Here we go, number 7. First, we're going to get rid of the minus 10 by doing plus 10. That leaves us with x over 5 equals positive 6. Opposite of divide by 5 is multiply by 5. So our answer is x is equal to 30. All right, and the last one, number 8, we have x over 2. Now we need to get rid of adding negative 7. And if you remember what we did in class, we're just focusing on the sign that's right in front of the number. So the opposite of negative 7 is positive 7. That way the negative 7 and positive 7 cancel. And we're left with x over 2 equals 13. Opposite of divide is multiply, so multiply both sides by 2. So x is equal to 26. Nice job. All right, for this next part of the lesson, we're going to go ahead and focus on what are called negative coefficients. Go ahead and write down problem number 9. Do what we usually do, draw our river. Now you might notice, though, that our variable has a negative sign in front of it. So how we want to think of this is we want to think this as negative 1x. We're still going to go about solving this problem in the same way using the river, but our coefficient now is a negative number. We do need to get the negative 1x all by itself on the left-hand side, so we are going to subtract 4 from both sides of the equation first. When we subtract 4, we're left with negative 1x equals 6. And then just like before, this is negative 1 times x. The opposite of times is divide. So divide both sides by negative 1. Therefore, x is equal to negative 6. Why don't you go ahead and try number 10 and see if you can use that same process to solve for y. Then play the video to check your work. All right, let's see how you did. So we should have circled negative 1y. We do need to get rid of the 9 first, so we're going to do minus 9 on both sides of the equation. So we get 10 equals negative 1y, and then divide by negative 1. So negative 10 is equal to y. All right, and the last part of our lesson today. These are equations where you have to combine like terms before solving. So if you notice, when we draw the river on this first problem, we actually have more than one term with a variable. So what you're going to do is you're first going to combine those. So on number 11, we have 1m minus 5m. That is negative 4m. Then bring down the rest of your problem. Bring down the plus 3 and the equals 47. Now you can go ahead and solve as usual. So circle your term with your variable. Get rid of your plus 3 by doing minus 3. That leaves us with negative 4m equals 44. And then divide by negative 4. So m is equal to negative 11. All right, now it's your turn. Go ahead and try number 12. Combine like terms first and then play the video to check your answer. All right, let's see how you did. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine negative 9d plus 3d. That would be negative 7d. And then we have to bring down this 4 in the front. We have our equals and our 58. Now we go ahead and circle our term with the variable. So we're going to circle the negative 7d. That's right. Now we got to get rid of the 4. So subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 7d equals 54. Now we're going to go ahead and divide by negative 7. So d is equal to, this one doesn't divide evenly, but that's okay. We're just going to write it as a mixed number. So we know our answer is negative. How many times does 7 go into 54? 7 times. And what's the remainder? 7 times 7, that's 49. To get to 54, we need 5 more. So our answer is -7 and 5/7. Nice job today on solving equations.